The journey of self-transcendence is often a lonely one, at least at first. And maybe that never changes. I'm not sure. Last night, I came across a video by Academy of Ideas on the philosophy of solitude. It gave examples of other cultures and how, contrary to modern Western society, they actually value being alone. I've always thought it was a curse. They see it as a gift. Time spent alone is time spent exploring oneself. This video presented a thought experiment by the philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre that particularly caught my attention. Jean tells us to imagine that we're all alone in a park. We're enjoying our experience of the trees, the sun, and the birds. They exist for us alone. But then another person comes along and sits on the bench across from us. We're suddenly aware that we are an object in someone else's consciousness, which severs the moment's tranquility. I finished the video and decided to practice some yoga to wind down before bed. During my short 10-minute practice, my mind kept fixating on the concept of solitude. We're aware that we're an object in someone else's consciousness. This paraphrased line from Sartre continued to haunt me as I transitioned from my yoga mat to my bed. I dreamt last night, and I now have the distinct impression that the universe was trying to teach me something. In contrast to the typical randomness of my dreams, this one contained a lesson to be learned, a painful one. I'm riding in a van with a few friends on the way to the party. It's my birthday. On the way, they start fighting about something stupid. I avoid conflict at first, but then I speak up and tell them to cut it out. They do. But soon everyone's acting cliquish and leaving me out of conversations. The party is at a large clubhouse featuring windowed walls with a huge sunroof, a Caribbean-style restaurant, and a turquoise pool. A few dozen more friends are already there having a great time, and as I arrive, nobody pays attention to me. I try striking up a conversation with a roommate from a few years back, but he's too busy gushing over my ex-girlfriend. Old friends fade in and out of my consciousness, and none of them stick around long enough to say hi. Color slowly drains from the scene, and the pineapple on my burger tastes as bitter as my mood. It's like I don't exist. Everyone is getting along, hanging out in the pool, making plans, and laughing at old memories. And here I am in the atrium, watching them from the other side of the glass, with no company besides the echoed clank of kitchen utensils and grill scrapers. I've had enough. I'm disappointed and feel completely incapable of enjoying myself. So I leave. And as I walk away and start to cry, the dream begins to shift. The clubhouse morphs into a large Airbnb. I'm there with my wife and a few of our siblings. Extended family and in-laws begin to drift in and out of the scene. They bring endless drama, heavy expectations, and harsh judgments. High-pressure, emotionally charged conflicts present themselves, and I'm caught in the middle. Chaos and noise torment me, and there's no escape. I do everything I can to keep the peace, but there's no peace to be kept. I'm trapped in this dream, in their world, for what seems like days that never end. I want so badly to escape. I have my own problems to solve. I have enough chaos to organize in my own head. The last thing I need is theirs. How can I make it stop? And then I woke up. The sunlight was glowing softly through the olive curtains, and the sheets were cold. I was both exhausted and perplexed. What was that? Why did it feel so real, and what does it mean? Initially, in my bewildered state, the relevance of this dream went completely over my head. For a year and a half now, I've been intrigued by magic mushrooms. I've been reading up on their history, the science behind psilocybin, and what to expect from a trip. Out of respect for the plant, I've been taking my time. Around the turn of the 2024 New Year, I wrote this in my notebook. I want to trip on shrooms for my 25th birthday. It was an oddly spontaneous thing to write, but as I've thought about it over the past few months, the idea of spending my birthday almost completely alone became more and more solidified in my mind and expectations. This morning, as I rolled out of bed and sat down to write this, it hit me. Of course, my dream was a twisted, alternate version of my upcoming birthday. A version where I give in to the fear of being alone and allow other people to steal my joy. A version where I allow other people's feelings to dictate my own, and where I place the unfair responsibility on them to make me happy. A day where I had the opportunity to savor a delicious burger, soak up the sunlight, breathe some fresh air, and swim freely. But I didn't, because I cared too much for people who cared too little. I'm capable of experiencing joy regardless of the presence of someone else. I'm capable of creating a heaven for myself, right here, right now, in the present. Recently, I've been preparing for a 3-week microdosing cycle, which starts tomorrow as of writing this, and the subsequent trip on April 28th, 2024. On that day, I embark on a journey to face myself, to lose and rediscover myself, to love and accept myself. Last night, my dream confirmed to me that I'm on the right path. Everything is starting to make more sense. My recent separation from toxic people and organized religion, my powerful draw to the earth and the stars, and my intentional, ongoing journey of self-transcendence, a journey that requires me to learn a powerful lesson. I'm not lonely. I'm choosing solitude.